Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS. Now, it's real time. Sponsored by Cokewell Casino Resort.
Welcome back, everyone. Right now, we're going to join Bill Monroe Jr. of Bill Monroe Outdoors. He's down in the Astoria area, somewhere around that big bridge that's down there, targeting silvers. First things first, Bill, how's it going this morning? And thanks for spending a few minutes with us this morning.
Good morning. Can you see me from up here?
Yes,
great.
We can see you.
Let me tell you, and you can tell Peyton this, the whole weather thing, what a difference a day makes. Because yesterday it was all sunny and beautiful, and today it's like the drizzle started and the pressure change hit us, and we have a complete different fishery on our hands like we were yesterday. So here we are. We're struggling this morning because of this weather system that's coming. It's changed the whole dynamic of the fishery. So tell her that. It's happening.
Well, that's everyone. You need to remember what guide talk is. And guide talk is, this is why we're not catching anything. It's not my fault.
He's blaming this on the fish.
Well, okay, Bill, so
blame it on something.
Well, Bill, I got to ask. Okay, so it's silvers only down there currently. Up until this morning, how has the fishing been? I know that you've got a couple of fish in the box this morning, but how's the fishing been up until now?
Fishing for the last 4 days has been really good. The bee run has showed up now about a week ago. So 7 days. This was really bad. When Chinook shut down upriver, this wasn't kind of like going. It was real slow. We were getting real worried about the bee run segment of these coho not showing up. And we were like, well, this is going to be a tough year. I guess we're just going to have to wait for fish. And now here we are. The bee run showed up about 7 to 8, maybe 9 days ago. They had some really good action down in Owako. They had some good action at Boone 10 on the incoming. They had some good action above and below the bridge on the incoming. And sure enough, the sea lions have started popping up. And when there's sea lions, these sea lions, they prefer the coho over the Chinook. We've noticed they're really after the coho, and we've contributed to their diets in the last couple of days. But we've probably gone on a pretty good stint of having 30 bite days here.
Wow!
For the past 5 days. It's great. It's great. This is great action. And honestly, we've released a couple of wild coho. That's a thing. We've lost a couple, but we've only released 1 or 2 Chinook a day. So I'm not too excited usually to come out on these fisheries and release, Chinook and have that mortality built into fisheries, which is part of it. But so far, we haven't had to do that. And that's probably going to lead into our next talk about why they did shut down the upriver Chinook fisheries, because the runs have been downgraded, and with only seeing like 1 or 2 down here in the estuary, that explains a lot of things.
Well, don't give up too much. I want to save that for this next segment. Okay, so for yourself and for others that are down there, I know that a lot of you guys are fishing very similarly, but did you change things a lot after they closed down Chinook down there and made it just a silver fishery? What are you doing to get your bites down there?
The only thing I did to change things, and you know me, I'm a pro troll guy now in the fall and a flasher guy in the spring, right? That's my thing. That's how I operate. But when it's coho season, the only thing I really change from Chinook to coho is my leaders go from 22 inches down to 18 inches. And that 18 inches really starts to swing my gear a lot differently. My spinners start getting erratic in the water, and coho, they like that because coho are aggressive biters. They're not feeders like Chinook. They bite just like a steelhead. They bite out of aggression and anger. That's how they've always operate. They operate, and they're pack feeders. They feed in packs, which is why we've had 2 doubles this morning, because they were in packs and we got 1 on each double. But still, that's part of the reason we're here.
Are you fishing stuffer baits at all, or just spinners, or both? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing half and half. Half spinners, half stuffers. And it can be anything. It really is kind of wild what these coho are biting.
Now, Bill, when you're fishing those stuffer baits behind 360s, are you running the same leader length, or are you changing that leader length with a stuffer bait as opposed to a spinner, or do you leave it the same? That's for me.
Same.
I want to know what you would recommend.
Same. But the Chinook, they don't really like those shorter leaders.
Right.
Those shorter leaders. And then when you go out in like the ocean in that July period when we're spending, 40 days out there, the ocean, I reduce that leader. My spin fish, they come down to that 18-inch range, and that's that wild, erratic coho action, and they just love it out there. It's the same thing. When you come in here, you try and mimic that exact salt life for them, and that's what they're doing. It's very aggressive.
Now, last question for that down there estuary fishery for silvers before we got to cut to a break. Are you fishing shallow? Are you fishing deep for these fish? Where are you keeping your gear?
Right now, I'm in the Sunken Island, to Blind Channel area. I'm in Blind Channel. And I'm deep on one end, but when I come up to Sunken Island, it comes up to real shallow, like 12 foot. So we're going from 30 foot down the bottom, and my gear's hitting like 50 to 60 on the line counters.
Okay.
And then I come up to Sunken Island, and it's, anywhere from 18 to 14 on the line counters. It varies. It varies.
Gotcha. Okay. So at the very least, you're trying to relate your gear to the bottom, whatever the depth is.
Yeah, total, 100%.
Okay, very
Trying
good.
to correlate those two to each other, yeah.
Okay, very good, because I know there's some folks that are watching that will be heading that direction before the 1st of October. Hopefully things may change. But let's find out what Bill's thoughts are on that after this break. Bill, so stick with us. We're going to stretch this a little bit because I want to see one of his rods fold over, for crying out loud. But when we come back, Bill, I want to talk to you about what your thoughts are. You kind of alluded to it already, but what your thoughts are after the 1st of October when the Columbia reopens for silvers only, but maybe there might be something else there. We'll see what Bill's thoughts are on that. We'll be back, everyone, in just a minute. Don't go anywhere.
Outdoor GPS is brought to you by Yakima Bait, steeped in tradition, innovation, and fishing success. Procure Bait Sense, ruthlessly effective. And by North American Metals Incorporated, first choice for all your metal roofing and siding needs.